truckloads of gun-toting Islamist militants flying ISIS flags. Not in Iraq, not in Syria, but Libya. In the eastern town of Derna, population about 100,000. ISIS supporters in control, and they include some 300 Libyans who have returned from fighting for the group in Iraq and Syria.
Now they have their own education system, they have judicial system, they have police, they call it Islamic police, yes, so they control the city from both sides, from a social point of view and from a military point of view as well.
Benotman, a Libyan and once a jihadist himself, now a sworn enemy of extremists, sees alarming similarities with ISIS tactics in Iraq and Syria. Imposing Sharia law, setting up courts, beheading offenders in public. This was Derna at the end of last month. Hundreds chanting their allegiance to ISIS and its leader, Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi. Their pledge quickly accepted and celebrated by al-Baghdadi himself in an audio message. Now ISIS and what remains of the Libyan army are locked in battle. The militants posting these images of men who carried out suicide bombings against the military in Benghazi. As more secular groups take on ISIS in eastern Libya, it is gaining support from other radical factions. And Baghdadi is investing in his Libyan branch, recently sending one of his most trusted lieutenants, a former prisoner of the US in Iraq, to take command. Like Baghdadi, his resume includes time spent in American custody.
He's Iraqi from Al-Anbar, and he's known as Abu Nabil al-Anbari. Again, the same story. All the most important thing now in ISIS CV, ex-prisoner in Puka camp.
ISIS is making no secret of its ambitions to expand. In the same video announcing its bloody murder of American aid worker Peter Kasich, it bragged of new outposts in 5 countries, including Libya. A recent beheading in Benghazi, a now all too familiar calling card that ISIS, or at the very least its acolytes, have arrived.
Beheading of the people, it's part of the process of branding ISIS. That means we are here. That's exactly how they deliver the message, mainly to the locals and even to the world.
ISIS now using its merciless tactics to gain a foothold right on the coast of the Mediterranean, just 200 miles from Europe. And Baghdadi now closer to launching terror on Western streets. Nick Robertson, CNN, Washington.